Okay, FanAd daily video for July 28th. Before I get started here, I do want to mention that if you look below this video, there's a red button that you can click on to get the full FanAd for the entire card for the day. There's also a place where you can submit your email address and get the games I'm going to cover here, as well as one bonus game emailed to you. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, if you hover over or mouse over the video, you'll see a little white eye icon. Click on that and it'll bring you to the page where you can get both, again, the full FanAd or the bonus game. All right, let's jump in. Let's assume these three games are in a fantasy contest that you're going to join today. And let's go through and try to find our pitchers and our sluggers. I picked these three purposefully because it's kind of an interesting card. So the first thing you want to look at is the PR plus, as always. That's the pitcher rating plus, and what it does, it considers all the static sabermetrics. It also considers the matchup for each matchup for the day. So the PR plus assumes, or it considers the sabermetrics, the ump data, the weather conditions, etc. So let's start there. The PR, just the static PR right next door to it, that just simply is a starting point, and it only considers the static sabermetrics. So that's just a starting point, but you always want to start with looking at the PR plus. So let's look for a pitcher. And by the way, blue is always good, red is bad. We just highlight those if they're extremely high or extremely low. We highlight those blue or red just to get your eyes to move to those points. That goes for all the indicators. Red is bad, blue is good. So we're going to look for a pitcher. And what's interesting on the pitchers today is it's pretty clear to see, just by looking at the PR plus, where we would start. So let's look at Keuchel for Houston. PR plus is 121. It's got a great recency. It's got a good strikeout rating. We all know strikeouts are king. We want to, strikeouts score you a lot of points in fantasy baseball. The problem with him is that his last start was on June 2nd, so he's been on the disabled list, and he could be not right yet. Who knows? He's coming back today, but before he went on the disabled list, he was a stud. Now let's go down to this extremely high PR plus, which is Alex Wood for the Dodgers. Average recency, good strikeout rating, but again, we've got a blemish. He's got a 14 on his last home game as a game score. That's horrible. So what happened? Is there something wrong with him? So again, question marks. If we go to the next obvious choice, it would be the 117 PR plus for David Price with Boston. Good recency. Again, good strikeout rating. But again, there's a blemish. Last game score was 33, which again is horrible. So all the pitchers that the PR plus leads us to, they all have some kind of question mark. So it's really tough to find this one. And typically, we would probably just not even play this card. We wouldn't even play this contest because there's too many question marks. But you gotta take a stab and take one of those pitchers. You're gonna pay a lot for Alex Wood in your fantasy leagues or your fantasy contests. So we would probably try to find someone that's David Price is probably going to be high priced as well. So is Keuchel. They're all going to be pretty high priced. So, but you got to pick one of them. So I'm just going to leave it up to you as to which ones you want to pick. So, or which ones. Now it's also important to point out, coincidentally enough, that every one of the pitchers that you would maybe use, they all have a good bullpen. So you got the ranked third, fourth, and first. And why that's important to you is that if the bullpen is good, when the pitcher leaves the game, you want them to still win the game. And if they've got a good bullpen backing them up, it's probably likely that they'll win the game. So it's a coin toss on these three. If you had a three-headed coin, because it's just who knows which one to take. So you got to pick one of them. So let's focus now on our sluggers. Who do we want for our hitters? Again, it's pretty clear that we want to go against any pitcher that's got a bad PR plus. So this Matt Moore for San Francisco, he's got a 60. So we would take sluggers from the Dodgers. This PR plus for Detroit, 36, horrible. Last game score for Zimmerman was a 20. So we would take sluggers from Houston. If you look at this one, same thing. You've got an awful recency for this pitcher from KC, so we take sluggers from Boston. And also, coincidentally, every one of the bullpens for the teams that they're facing are horrible. So it's pretty clear to see. You take one of the premium pitchers, just toss a coin, and your sluggers. We're probably going to take sluggers from the Dodgers and Houston, and then maybe some from Boston. But the Dodgers and Houston are going to be where our sluggers are coming from. I'm going to end it there and wish you good luck. Again, I want to mention that if you look below this video, there's a red button to get the full FanAd. There's a place where you can submit your email address and get these games emailed to you, plus a bonus game. And if you're watching on YouTube, mouse over the video, click the little white eye icon, and it'll bring you to the page where you can get both of those. Again, good luck, and we'll be back at you tomorrow on Saturday for the early games.